a major offensive against France, Belgium, the Netherlands, and Luxembourg. The German blitzkrieg overwhelmed Allied defenses, and by June 1940, France had fallen. The British Expeditionary Force, along with French troops, managed a dramatic evacuation from Dunkirk, saving over 300,000 soldiers. Germany soon established the Vichy regime in France while Britain, under Prime Minister Winston Churchill, vowed to continue the fight. With much of Europe under Nazi control, Hitler aimed to force Britain into submission through the Battle of Britain, an aerial campaign waged by the German Luftwaffe. However, the Royal Air Force RAF, aided by radar technology and strategic defenses, successfully repelled the attacks, forcing Germany to abandon its invasion plans. Meanwhile, in North Africa, Italian and German forces, led by General Erwin Rommel, clashed with British forces in a struggle for control of vital resources and supply routes. In June 1941, Hitler made a fateful decision to invade the Soviet Union in Operation Barbarossa, violating the non-aggression pact with Stalin. The invasion was the largest military operation in history, involving millions of troops along a vast front. Initially, the Germans made rapid advances, encircling Soviet forces and capturing key cities. However, they were unprepared for the harsh Russian winter, Soviet resilience, and counter-offensives, particularly the defense of Moscow and the Battle of Stalingrad. Stalingrad became a turning point, with Soviet forces encircling and destroying the German Sixth Army in early 1943, shifting the momentum in the Eastern Front. Meanwhile, Japan, seeking dominance in the Pacific, launched a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941, drawing the United States into the war. The attack severely damaged the U.S. Pacific Fleet, but it also galvanized American resolve. The United States, led by President Franklin D. Roosevelt, declared war on Japan, prompting Germany and Italy to declare war on the U.S. in response. This turned the conflict into a truly global war, with the Allied powers consisting of the United States, Britain, the Soviet Union, and China, among others, facing off against the Axis powers of Germany, Italy, and Japan. The Pacific War saw intense battles between Japan and the Allies. The Battle of Midway in June 1942 marked a turning point, with the U.S. Navy sinking 4 Japanese aircraft carriers, shifting the balance of power. The island-hopping strategy led by U.S. General Douglas MacArthur and Admiral Chester Nimitz aimed to capture strategic islands and move closer to Japan. Brutal battles were fought in Guadalcanal, Iwo Jima, and Okinawa, demonstrating Japan's fierce resistance. In Europe, the Western Allies launched the invasion of Italy in 1943, leading to the fall of Mussolini's regime. The Italian campaign was slow and grueling, with German forces putting up strong resistance. In June 1944, the Allies launched Operation Overlord, also known as D-Day, landing on the beaches of Normandy, France. This massive amphibious assault led to the liberation of France and a push toward Germany. By early 1945, Allied forces had crossed into Germany, with the Soviet Red Army advancing from the east. Germany's final major offensive, the Battle of the Bulge, attempted to break Allied lines in the Ardennes but ultimately failed. With Soviet forces encircling Berlin, Hitler retreated to his bunker, where he committed suicide on April 30, 1945. Germany surrendered unconditionally on May 8, 1945, marking victory in Europe VE Day. In the Pacific, Japan continued to fight despite heavy losses. The U.S. dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki on August 6 and August 9, 1945, respectively, devastating the cities and forcing Japan to surrender on August 15, 1945, marking the end of World War II. The war resulted in an estimated 70 to 85 million deaths, making it the deadliest conflict in human history. The Holocaust, carried out by Nazi Germany, led to the systematic genocide of 6 million Jews and millions of other victims, including political prisoners, Romani people, and those deemed undesirable by the Nazi regime. The Soviet Union suffered the highest casualties, with over 26 million dead, including both military and civilians. China also faced immense losses, with millions perishing due to Japanese occupation and war crimes. Germany and Japan experienced massive devastation, while Britain, the United States, and other Allied nations also endured significant losses. The war left Europe in ruins and led to the emergence of the United States and the Soviet Union as superpowers, setting the stage for the Cold War. The United Nations was established in 1945 to promote global peace and prevent future conflicts. Germany was divided into East and West, with the eastern part falling under Soviet influence and the West aligning with the Allies. Japan was occupied by the US and underwent political and economic reforms. World War II reshaped the modern world, leading to the decolonization of many territories, advancements in technology and warfare, and a new international order. The sacrifices made during the war continue to be remembered, serving as a reminder of the horrors of global conflict and the importance of striving for peace.